What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about clutches. So the past couple times I've been out, we went to Moon Rocks, we're doing some rock crawling and doing some technical stuff, and I noticed that it was just, the belt was slipping a lot.
I smell it.
I recently just got the warranty done as far as the clutch. The clutching goes from Polaris because of the whole clutch exploding business. And now that I brought it back and I've been doing a lot more riding with it, I noticed that it's been slipping a lot. And when I put it in low range gear, it literally smokes the belt. I smell it, it just slips, and I don't know what's going on. So we're going to dive on into here and see what we have going on, because I am tired of spending $200 a belt every time I go out. That's just not right. So let's dive on in here and see what we have going on. Okay, so first things first, I got my clutch tool in there. That's all set up. I didn't want to take it there. So now that the belt is loose, we will just go ahead and basically walk this around. Let's see if I can do it with one hand here. Let's see if I can walk this belt around. There we go. So let's walk this belt around this primary and check it out. Let's see if we have any kind of weird... I don't see anything there. And this is a brand new belt. I literally just bought it before we went out. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to break it in properly, but it does look a little bit shiny. So that means we were slipping and getting it hot. It didn't break, so I'm trying to think. I see like a little bit, but that's nothing to be concerned about, I don't think. So let's you can feel it. It's kind of almost feels like it's hard. Maybe I can score that up a little bit before I put it back, and maybe that'll help. But okay, so now that we got our tool, we can literally leave that in there, or actually let's take it out, because if we take it out, we are going to get a 15mm and pull off that secondary clutch and see if there's any kind of scoring or any kind of shininess going on back there, which it looks like it really is. It looks like it's really, really shiny, so maybe that's the culprit right there. We want to scuff that up with like a Scotch pad like you'd find right here. Scuff that up, make it nice and rough, and you'll basically get a little bit more grip with your belt. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this secondary off, pull the primary off, and see what we have going on. You have to be careful when you pull it off your secondary. All the clutch, there's a bunch of alignment washers in here. As you can see, I have a ton in here, plus a washer. You want to make sure that you're not losing those, because that's what aligns your clutch, your belt. So I like to kind of keep it in there and then just pull it all out at the same time, like that. And then basically turn it over, and they should all pop out right there. Just make sure you keep it all on there, because you want your belt to be aligned, because that will really cause you to go through belts a lot faster too. So that's there. I'm going to set that aside. Pull apart the secondary, and it's definitely shiny. So what we're going to do, we're going to take it over to the workbench and scuff it up with that Scotch pad, clean it off with some brake clean, and see what we can do. And hopefully that'll help. We'll also pull off the primary, but for now, let's go ahead and work on that secondary first. Since I'm here, I have all the stuff set up, I'm going to actually pull out the primary as well, which we're going to use is a T60 Torx bit. And I've already loosened it. I have a breaker bar and I loosen it up. You basically use this as leverage. I like to stick it in between the clutch here and pin it between, and then it'll spin it loose. I'm sure there's plenty of other videos out there that shows you how to do it, but I'm just gonna do it quick for you guys. So now that it's loose, you're gonna pull this bolt out with that T60. There is like a center shaft type thing in here. You just gotta pull that out, and there's actually two washers in here, and you want to make sure you keep the same orientation. I think what it is there's a bigger washer that's facing the clutch, and then there's a smaller washer in the front. So you're gonna pull this out. It's gonna drop down. Try to catch it if you can. Oh, huh. Well, that was easy. I don't know why that came off, because normally it comes off at a whole piece, but all right, well, that works. But like I was saying, if you can see that in there, there is two sets of washers right here, a big fat one and a skinny one. I don't know if you guys can see that, and that usually goes in like that. So this doesn't usually come apart like this. I think it's supposed to come off as one whole piece, so I don't know what that's about. But you could totally tell where that belt was rubbing. Right there, it's all scored up and melted rubber right down there below, so that's definitely an issue. I gotta figure out why it's doing that. So I'm not sure if this is actually, I mean, I'm pretty new to CVT clutches. I'm not even gonna lie. Is this something that usually happens? Does this come apart really easily like that? Every time I've taken it apart before, it's always come out in one whole piece. So just like the prime or the secondary did, where it came out as two pieces. This one doesn't really seem like it wants to move. Is that normal? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Like I said, I'm not professional, so don't take anything that I'm doing as I'm a professional mechanic, because I'm really not. I'm diving into this because, you know, it's something that I know that I'm capable of doing, and yeah. So is that something that's normal? Let me know below. I really appreciate it, just so I can be either concerned about it or not. Okay, so now that we've got it on here on top of the bench, you can clearly see now, you can see that rubber mark right where I was talking about, where that clutch sits. And that's usually, I'm assuming, where it the clutch has been spinning on it, so, or the belt's been spinning on it. And what you're going to do is you're going to take one of these yellow cloths. I mean, everybody pretty much has these days. You can find them at Costco, Walmart, all that stuff. Scotch-Brite pad, and this basically is to score this up, because right now it's really, really shiny, as well as this guy. Really, really shiny. It's never been fixed or shined up or cleaned or anything like that. So what we're going to do, get some good old brake clean, spray it on there a little bit, get your Scotch-Brite pad, and then just start going to town on that. You can literally see all that stuff in the pad itself, in the clutch itself. And that's just basically old clutch pieces or belt pieces and stuff like that get stuck to the clutch. Look at that. This was a brand new Scotch pad that I stole from Taryn. Don't tell her. So look at that right there. That's crazy. You're gonna that right there is what makes your clutch dirty, you know. So we're gonna do the same thing with this guy here. Keep going. And what you want to do is you want to create some kind of friction with it for the belt to grab on. So if you kind of go at a cross-hatched angle, it's probably going to be the best. Look at that. That's crazy. The amount that's coming off of there. So, hopefully getting rid of all that grossness that's on there. Score up these sheaves. And that's already looking much better. You can see the difference. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is all shiny. This is all scored up. That's what you want right there. So you're going to go over it again. Keep going back and forth with the Scotch pad. I find putting a little on here actually works pretty good. Because this stuff, brake clean literally dries so fast, it's like alcohol. Just keep doing that. All right, so, oh man, it's stuck to it. But look at this. It's come out so much better. I mean, there's still a little bit of a ring down in there, but not too bad. I got it as best as I possibly could. This is the primary Scotch pad, literally, and this is all the gunk that came off that one. Now it's off to work on the secondary and see if we can get to look anything like this. Well, guys, this is the aftermath. We've got both parts of the secondary. I mean, they're not even close to being shiny anymore. They look really, really good. They're all nice and scuffed up. I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. Just that's all it takes. That wasn't extremely hard or anything like that. It was really easy. I only use the brake cleaner because that helps get a lot of the residue off, and it acts almost like I guess alcohol would do. The same kind of thing, how it evaporates as soon as it starts drying, hits air, evaporates, and it works out really well. I mean, look at that. They were super shiny. I mean, you probably could have used it as a mirror before. It literally didn't take a whole lot of scrubbing into it. I mean, yeah, my hands are all black, and you know, this towel is seeing better days because this was brand new. That just shows you all the rubber that comes off these things, and it's crazy. So let's get these installed. Actually, I still have to go and scrub that piece that's stuck on the clutch itself, that primary. So I'm gonna go scrub that primary, and then we'll go ahead and put these things back on. Hopefully that takes away that, because when we're driving, I didn't tell you this, but when we're driving, I go to put it in reverse, and it just doesn't want to go. I can rev it up, and it goes, brrr, and then it just jerks. It literally just, it goes and catches, and once it catches, and I think what's happening is the belt is glazed over, and the belt being glazed over with these sheaths being glazed over, it just takes a while for it to like heat up and actually grab, because it's just not grabbing onto anything. Hopefully now that these are all kind of scored up, hopefully it fixes that part where it doesn't want to go into gear. So let's get that thing cleaned up, let's get these things put on, and we'll test it out and see if it works. All right, guys, well, I've got this all done. This is the primary. I got the inside all nice and scuffed up just like that. And then when I was cleaning off the primary, I wanted to make sure that, you know, I didn't get any brake clean or anything on there. But I noticed on this bearing, there's literally like melted, there's lines. I don't know if you can see that. or not, but there's melted belt on there. So definitely something to check. I think this was from one of our last trips. I think it was Moon Rocks, and we literally just destroyed that belt. It was, I mean, I don't know, maybe this is normal. I don't know. Like I said, I'm pretty new to this, but I'm going to kind of do the similar thing and kind of scuff it up just like I did the other one and get rid of these marks. And you don't have to go hard. I mean, I'm assuming just enough to take that melted rubber from your drive belt off of it. Definitely something to look at too whenever you take your belt off. I would definitely do it because I mean I've seen a ton of videos and nobody's actually said anything about this guy. So I don't know, maybe mine is different and this has never happened. But much better. That's all nice and cleaned up. No more lines. Let's get this back in there. It looks like there's 2 washers in there, so there goes 1 on each side. Let's get that back on there. Then our primary goes back on. That guy's got to go back on. Take our bolt. And that's it. We'll go ahead and install this guy and we'll move on to the secondary. Alright, so now we got the primary back in there. We're going to go ahead and put this secondary in, which is literally the secondary clutch is the easiest thing to put in, that's for sure. The primary is a little bit more of a hassle. Like I said, make sure all your washers are still back in there and they didn't pop out or anything. Make sure it's all nice and straight. Take your 15 millimeter. I think the primary has to be, I think it's 96 pounds to tighten this main bolt. And I think this one's like, I don't know, like 50 or something like that. Look at your manual to make sure that you're doing it to the right specs. It'll tell you in there. But, that makes a little noise. I don't know if that's normal or not, but, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our clutch tool and then we are going to install this new belt or old belt to see if it works. Like I said, you have to make sure you check those belts. We checked for flat spots earlier, so hopefully it'll be okay. It seemed to be fine. I might run the Scotch pad over it a little bit, over the ends, because like I said, it was a little bit shiny. It's not bad. There's no really major flat spots or anything to be concerned about. The last belt we took off definitely had a major flat spot in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the Scotch pad over the edge, scuff it up just a little bit, install it, and then that's pretty much it. Alright guys, well I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of a thing where I didn't really know about, and I apologize for that, but this is what I'm here for. I'm here to take things apart, fix things, and figure out what's going on. I appreciate you guys staying tuned and sticking around for this video. As always guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and don't forget about the discount codes below. We have discount codes for rugged radios. SDR Motorsports will be coming soon. We have Blenders Eyewear, which is a discount code. I think it's like almost 20% off. So if you do that, it's discount code Stoked to shred for blenders and rugged Stoked 10 for rugged radios. It's down below. And as always, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff for this thing. So appreciate you guys tuning in. And as always, head to shredstoked.com down here. Shredstoked.com. Get yourself some merch and support us. I really appreciate it. All right, guys. Till next time. I'm out of here.